And in news just coming in, the army and police have captured a Pakistan terrorist alive after an encounter in North Kashmir. The captured terrorist is part of a group of 4 militants who infiltrated through Uri sector. The group was intercepted yesterday and 3 militants were killed during 20-hour-long encounter at the higher reaches of Panzla in Baramullah district. Security forces questioning the captured militant and the identity is being ascertained. Nazir, shocking once again that another terrorist has been captured alive after an encounter.
Yeah, exactly. After Naveed, another Pakistani militant captured alive in an encounter. It was after 20-hour-long gun battle in which 3 militants were killed, all from Pakistan, according to police sources. These people were intercepted, this group in Uri area, and then they managed to escape, but they were again intercepted in a place called Panzla, in the higher reaches of Panzla in North Kashmir, Baramullah district. They were engaged in an encounter yesterday evening, and today afternoon 3 militants were killed and 1 has been captured alive. Our sources tell us that this militant Pakistani militant is being questioned right now in the forest area of Panzla, and he is likely to be brought to Srinagar for further interrogated by the police authorities and the army authorities here in Srinagar. But for now, he's been questioned. He will be shifted to Srinagar. But this encounter which yesterday evening started in Panzla, a forest area, where 4 militants were intercepted and engaging in encounter is over, and Pakistani militant, another Pakistani militant has been captured alive. This is the second major encounter in which a Pakistani militant has been captured alive after attack in Udhampur, where Pakistani militant Naveed was captured alive. He made certain sensational, revelations during his, interrogation, which led to the, unmasking of the larger militant network in Kashmir and arrest of several overground Lashkar workers, in particularly in South Kashmir. But this group had recently, just few days back, they had infiltrated through Uri sector, and they were intercepted in the same area. Then since last 2 days, they were engaged in this encounter, and after over 20-hour-long operation, army and police have killed 3 militants and captured this Pakistani militant alive. His identity is yet to be ascertained. Police are trying to ascertain his identity and all the details, how they have managed to get inside the valley, how they managed to infiltrate, and who are the people who helped him. Where did they stay any other place, or what was their plan? Were they planning to carry out any major attack? Shweta.
Right, Nazir, share with us more details of the area where this entire encounter took place, and do we have any more details coming in terms of the Pakistani terrorist who's been caught alive, the age, or any other details, especially in the backdrop of what happened with Naveed?
Not exactly yet, since they have been caught just like half an hour before, and he's still being, questioned here. His identity is being ascertained, and the entire thing will be known only once he's brought to Srinagar, which the authorities say they are making arrangements to get him to Srinagar, where he will be formally interrogated to know all the details, their planning, and what they were actually planned to do. But it was a very fresh infiltration group, and it was intercepted as soon as they reached the hinterland. Army intercepted this group of militants yesterday, and then the police joined the operation, because first they managed to break the cordon of the security forces, then they reached the other area. This is the area which is near the line of control in Baramullah district. While in the forest area, these people were engaged, and finally after 20-hour-long gun battle, 3 militants, Pakistani militants, according to police sources, all from Lashkar, Lashkar-e-Taiba have been killed, and 1 Lashkar militant has been captured alive.
Right. If you can confirm to us, Nazir, the operation is now over. Is that correct, that the operation lasted over 20 hours? It is now over, of which 3 terrorists have been killed and 1 terrorist have been captured alive. Could you confirm that to us, please?
Yeah, of course, operation is over, and it was a group of 4 militants, and 3 have been killed and 1 has been captured alive. So that is correct. It is over now, but now the whole team, they have got a big charge. A militant who has just, infiltrated and was part of a major military group. Yesterday, 1 militant was killed, 1 AK-47 rifle, and other arms and ammunition were recovered from the site of encounter. Today, 2 more militants were killed, and this militant was whose identity is yet to be ascertained, was captured alive. So this operation, which started yesterday evening after army, intercepted a group of infiltrators, is now over, and a militant, Pakistani militant, has been captured alive, second after the arrest of Naveed after Udhampur attack.
Nazir, clearly a major breakthrough there for the police and the army, because given the fact that this is coming just weeks after we've already had one Pakistani terrorist captured alive, Naveed, and yet another incident where an encounter has taken place, and now another terrorist captured alive within weeks of this happening.
One information I'm getting the information. His name is Sajjad Ahmed, and his code is Abu Ubaidullah, and his age is 22-year-old, and he belongs, his residence of Muzaffargarh, Balochistan. Perhaps he's a Balochi militant. Remember, during one of the Naveed's accomplices was from Balochistan. He's still at large, and NIA has already, has come out with his pictures at.
All right, we will just get back to Nazir in just a moment. But if you've tuned in, breaking news coming in at this hour is that the army and the police have captured another Pakistani terrorist alive after an encounter in North Kashmir. The captured terrorist is part of a group of 4 militants who infiltrated through the Uri sector. The group was intercepted yesterday and 3 militants were killed. This took place during a 20-hour-long encounter that took place at the higher reaches in the Baramullah district. Security forces are currently questioning the captured terrorist. His identity is being ascertained. This, of course, is coming days after another Pakistani terrorist, Naveed, was arrested alive and has been questioned. His identity, of course, has been established even as he continues to undergo interrogation. But now, news of the army and the police capturing another Pakistani terrorist alive after an encounter in North Kashmir. Nazir Masoodi joins us with more details. Nazir, what are the details you're hearing?
The details are, he's a Pakistani militant. His name is Sajjad Ahmed, Abu Ubaidullah, and he's 22-year-old, and he is a resident of Muzaffargarh, Baloch. It looks like he's a Baloch. He's from Balochistan. I'm not sure about it is Balochistan, just the information I'm getting. But he is a Pakistani militant. According to our sources in the security forces, his name is Sajjad Ahmed alias Abu Ubaidullah, and he is 22-year-old. Naveed was 20-year-old, who was captured alive, and this Sajjad, another Pakistani militant, Sajjad, has been captured after 20-hour-long gun battle in this Panzilla forest area of Baramullah district in North Kashmir. It was the infiltration group which had infiltrated through Uri sector. 3 militants were killed, and fourth one, this Sajjad Ahmed, a Baloch, Pakistani militant, has been captured alive. The security force, army and police have recovered arms and ammunition from the site of encounter, and also from the position of this captured militant as well. And I may repeat, his name is Sajjad Ahmed. His alias Abu Ubaidullah. His age is 22-year-old. He's 22-year-old. This is what our police sources tell us. As I was earlier saying, he is being interrogated in the forest area of Panzilla in North Kashmir, and this militant is a huge success. Capture is a huge success for the security forces. Second major, capture of Pakistani militant after Naveed's arrest, who was captured by civilian villagers after attack or a DSF convoy in Udhampur, and now again after this infiltration group was intercepted by army yesterday afternoon. Militants were engaged in an encounter, and after 20 hours long battle, a Pakistani militant has been captured alive, and 3 militants have been killed.
All right, clearly breaking news there for you that another Pakistani terrorist has been captured alive by the army and the police. This after a 20-hour-long encounter in which 4 other Pakistani terrorists were also killed. We are getting, in fact, fresh information that Nazir is giving us. The age of the terrorist is just 22 years. Once again, a shocking reminder of how young some of these terrorists who are infiltrating clearly are. And in this case, once again, the forces have managed to capture this terrorist alive, coming just days after we've had Naveed, another Pakistani terrorist who's been captured alive and interrogated by Indian authorities. The name of the terrorist who's been captured is Sajjad Ahmed. That's what Nazir just told us a short while ago. He is a resident of Muzaffargarh, Bluch. Share with us, Nazir, any more information that you're picking up from your sources of this absolutely breaking news that you're giving to us that another Pakistani terrorist has been captured alive.
Well, the fact is why it's a huge success for the security forces, because this arrest and the capture of a Pakistani militant has come at a time when Pakistan was repeatedly denying that they are sending militants, and NSA, Ajit Doval was all going to, hand over the dossier of Pakistani involvement, and including the Naveed's arrest, from Udhampur. Now it is another catch with the, this security forces, army and the police in Kashmir Valley. While it is not the first time that the Pakistani militants have been, arrested here after the encounter, they have been arrested in the past. But you have to see the situation, the timing of this, arrest, when Pakistan has been repeatedly denying, and government of India is trying to give them the proof. There's another live proof. As Foreign Minister recently said in her press conference, Sushma Swaraj, if Pakistan is going to tell us things on Balochistan, we'll give them the living Zinda militant. We give them the living militant who we have captured. She was referring to Naveed's arrest and Naveed, who is with the NIA. And Naveed has made several sensational rulings about the larger Lashkar network in Kashmir Valley, and this is a huge success for the security forces, not just killing militants, which is almost a routine here, killing Pakistani militants in encounters, but capturing them, getting more crucial details. And this militant has recently come. They have, infiltrated just a day before, and they were just in the line of control in that area, frontline area of Kashmir Valley, Puri and Naugam sector area. And if he has been captured, he has not been knowing all the relevant information, which will be very useful for the security agencies to not only to know what is happening across the border, that their plan is to push in more militants, but also their larger plans in the Kashmir Valley. While these militants planning to carry out major attacks in the valley, that perhaps the interrogation of this militant would tell all these things. This militant will be brought to, they are shifting him to Srinagar, maybe this evening or during the night. But our sources tell us that after he was, initially interrogated in the Baramullah forest in North Kashmir, he is being brought back to Srinagar, where he will be formally interrogated by the police and senior army officials. Since both the army and police have captured this Pakistani militant who was part of a group of 4 militants who infiltrated through Uri sector, and during the encounter, 3 Pakistani militants were killed, and 1 Pakistani militant, Sajjad Ahmed, a resident of Muzaffargarh, Bluch, has.
Right, Nazir Masoodi there reporting on the news that has just come in of a Pakistani terrorist who has been captured alive after a 20-hour encounter in which 3 other terrorists were in fact killed. But this month alone, this is the second capture of a Pakistani terrorist who's been caught alive. The second time that forces have managed to capture another terrorist alive from Pakistan after an encounter. Major breakthrough there for the army and the police that have conducted this operation, an encounter in which 3 other terrorists have been killed, and another has been captured alive in North Kashmir. The encounter that took place in North Kashmir. This terrorist, 22 years old, was part of a group of 4 militants who infiltrated through the Uri sector. Remember, just weeks ago, images of Naveed, another Pakistani terrorist who was caught alive after an attack on a BSF convoy that was traveling on the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway in Udhampur district, about 85 kilometers from Jammu. That clearly made headlines around the globe. We also know this is happening at a time when there is increased tension between India and Pakistan, with the NSA level talks having been called off.